Hey guys, it's now Tuesday morning and today I'm just finishing off some stuff. On Thursday we're leaving for the UK, where we do 2 workshops in London. One A to Z, where the people just watch and I show the whole workflow, literally from A to Z, about retouching, styling, shooting the model, lighting setups, etc. And we're going to do a hands-on workshop the next day in the London area, with a small group where we actually do a full photo shoot on location. And then we're going to travel to Manchester, where we do the same thing, so a small group workshop. Then we're going to go back home. Now, I will be filming every day these small vlog updates. So we're traveling with Enwick and Nadine in the RV, so it's going to be a lot of fun, especially for, I think, you the viewers. But I don't know if I can upload them every day, because the internet on the road is often very, very bad. And these vlogs are approximately 1 gig or 1.8 gig in size, so yeah, that will be a challenge. Now today I will finish up some retouching of the cosplayers, and I have some questions from clients who want some images. We'll do the final backup of the laptop, because the laptop comes with us. And I have some telephone calls for professional imaging. That's a trade show in the Netherlands where I'm responsible for most of the talent. So I find the photographers or other people that I like to speak there. And of course the organization hires them, but I'm in an advisory role, let's put it that way. So I find the speakers and they actually hire them. And we got some really cool speakers lined up for next year. So that's going to be awesome. If you're in the Netherlands, make sure don't miss out the professional imaging. And that's about it for today. I hope that at around 12 or 1 o'clock I can stop working and just relax a little bit at home. As you heard yesterday, I got an inflammation of my Achilles heel, and that hurts a lot. So every 3 hours I have to cool it and get a lot of pain medication in. And then they hope they will be 100% healed again for the UK tour. So I have high hopes for that, but I have to take it a little bit slow. So this will be the last update probably before we leave, and then we try to pick it up again on Thursday night or Friday, depending on the internet in the UK. But we will be filming one of these every single day, so don't worry if you don't see one every single day. They will be uploaded in bulk then. So thank you so very much for watching now, and check out our Patreon, of course, because that really makes possible that we can supply you guys with free stuff. So I'm gonna go to work, and I'll see you guys later online. Oh, and again, feel free to ask me anything you like online, or if you want to see different stuff in the vlog, just let me know and I will add them. So thanks again, and see you. Okay, I'm done with the final retouches for the cosplayers, so let's look at them. So we enhanced the smoke a little bit with McFun Intensify. I really love this. Lots and lots of motion. This is something that I really look for in a shot. You don't have to see the eyes always. Just make sure they're really powerful and intense if you don't see them, and just creeping through the hairs like here. It really gives a shot something amazing. And here you don't even see the eyes, but you see the whole pose of the model. It just breeds power for me. So that's really cool. So I never actually let my models look into the camera, but a lot of people always say you have to see the eyes, and I don't agree, you know. You can do so much with gesture and with posing and with motion that you don't always have a model looking into the camera to make something interesting. So this one you already saw yesterday. One of the group shots. Now this one is interesting. This started out as a normal shot with only the model, and I hope you can see it. We actually did a castle in the back, a cross in the front, and we changed the floor. Now this is the color version. Now look what happens when we turn it into black and white. There we go. You get that really creepy old movie poster like quality. Now social media you can see the image much clearer, but I love doing a little bit of compositing. I'm not a big compositor, although, well, we made a deal with somebody and it's gonna be really cool in the future. So we're gonna do some more of this stuff. But later I will tell you more about this. In about 1 or 2 weeks we can make that public. And the final group shot. So this is the cosplayers. What we're now gonna do is we're gonna actually pack our cases for the UK tours. I'm gonna show you what we put in the cases and why. So we're gonna do that now with our intern Menno and Enwick. Okay, so here I have a selection of the gear I'm going to bring. So very quickly I'm going to show you guys. This is the Minolta 85 1.4, which I love for portraits. It's a really cool lens. And by the way, you can get them pretty cheaply online. This is the Sigma Art 35 1.4, amazingly sharp lens, so really cool for those really nice wide angle portraits. Also one of my favorites, the 12-24 from Sigma, with an A-mount converter from Sony, so I can actually fit it on my A7R II. This one I always have with me for traveling. It's the 7400 from Sony. Of course, the high-speed trigger for the Elengrom strobes. Now we have a Lensbaby 85, so you can really play with this. It's a tilt lens, get some really funky focus effects. And these three lenses, well, those are a story by itself. This is a 135 Leica R. This is a 50mm Leica R and the 24 Leica R. I absolutely love those lenses. They render really nice, and I always love to bring them. You know, they give a certain look to an image. It's very hard to tell you guys, but it's an awesome combination of lenses. And of course, I'm going to bring the A7R II. In this case, I have the new G Master on, the 24-70 2.8. And now I have to try to fit this all in my Low Pro bag. Low Pro, without a doubt, my favorite brand of bags. So we're going to try to get us in here. And that's the camera gear. And in a moment I'm going to show you the strobe gear we're going to bring. And now you also know why we travel with an RV instead of a normal car or actually a plane. Okay, Anouk, what are you packing?
I'm bringing the gels.
Which ones?
The red one, the green one, and the blue one.
Oh, so we're going to work with colors.
A new roll of tape, because this one's almost finished.
It's the most important thing in a photo studio, right? Yeah. Gaffer's tape. Because if you don't have tape, the whole studio will fall down.
And what we also bring is our little tent. You can fold it.
Oh, that's for the laptop, yes.
In.
That's awesome.
Especially outside. High cap.
Okay, so this is the roller case where we actually put in some of the smaller stuff that I don't need on the boat. So the smaller bag you saw before, the Low Pro, was actually for when I walk around or on the boat. And this one is actually the one that will stay in the RV and has stuff like our light meter, the other light meter, color checker, chargers, of course the Frank Doorhoff flash bender, and Week's iPhone, more chargers. And on the floor, yes, this is what we all have to bring. So these are some Lester-like backgrounds, because you never know what kind of situation you're in. Of course the Tether Tools table, because I love to shoot on a table. These are amazing stands from Manfrotto. As you can see, they're really sturdy, but you can click them together so they don't take up a lot of space. We have a banner, we have a California Sunbounce just in case. We have an amazing Epson wireless projector, very high in light output, very cool for presentations. Here we have the beauty dish, in this case with a grid, but I'm also going to bring the deflector. One of my favorite modifiers for outside. This is the Maxi Light from Elengrom with a grid. And here we go into the cool stuff. This is the two Rangers we're going to bring with two A heads. I absolutely love the A heads. Those are the action heads. They're really fast. At the moment they're charging, so we want to make sure that they're totally full. And here we have our Tether Tools cable with booster, some extra batteries. In this case we actually have a lot of skyports and other stuff. So normally we give our students a skyport to shoot with. We have a collection of Elengrom grids fitting in this reflector, so we can do a lot of stuff with that. And here we have some colored gels and a big case where we put everything in. And there we have Anouk again.
I still haven't found the tape. I have to go home to check for the tape.
Okay, because tape is the most important thing. Okay, so we're gonna try to fit this all into bags and then get it into the RV. You saw we bring a lot of gear, and I actually still forgot some stuff, so I'm gonna show you that now. So here on the floor we have my traveling Wacom tablet. So it's an Intuos 5 Touch. It's a smaller one, the small one, And behind my computer over here, I actually have the the medium one. Sorry, I don't like the large one per se, because I think it's a little bit too big for me. Over here we have 2 Quadras charging up, and we're gonna bring the AS set actually to do some high-speed sync stuff, so that's gonna be interesting. And of course, it's very dark, Anouk's camera, so she's gonna film some backstage material, and it's the Sony 4K, which we absolutely love. Great quality of images, of video. So I think this is everything. So let's see how it looks from here. A lot of gear we have to bring just for the workshops. So, but it's gonna be fun. And in the end, well, I hope I don't have to carry everything 3 stories up, but we'll see. So I'm back home, and I'm now gonna make the personal preparations for the trip. Now, we did all the gear, and that's what's now in the studio. We're gonna load that into the RV the day that we leave. But I also do some personal stuff during the trip, of course. We're gonna go with the boat, and of course during the night we hope that we have some time off. So also want to do some fun stuff during our time off. So what do I bring? Well, the first thing I love to do is read some comics. So that's always on my iPad Pro, and of course some movies and videos. And I'm going to show you how we copy those, and maybe that's a little bit of a trick also for you guys. So the first thing you have to do, of course, is get it on your laptop. So what I do is I will download some videos that I want to see, or some books that I want to read, and then from the laptop I will actually put it on this drive. And it's a SP drive, it's a C30, and it's a really cool device. It's 64 gigabytes, and it has a USB 3 connector and also a Lightning connector. Now you see this connector here, that's actually a Lightning extension cable, because the SP drive in this version, the new version, will fit the iPad Pro with case, but this one doesn't fit the iPad Pro with case. So that's why we use an extension cable, so I don't have to take the case off. So I'm now going to show you what I use on the iPad to read and watch some movies. Okay, so here I have the iPad Pro. Turn it on. And the thing that I love to do is read comics. Now this is a Batman version. And how do I get the comics? I actually go to a website called getcomics.info, and you can download them for free, and it's, of course, you make a donation and it's totally legal. And they have a lot of comics, as you can see here, and I just love the stuff that they do. For example, Mars Attacks, and you can choose which one I want to see. And at first I said I never want to read comics on an iPad, but to be totally honest, with the right software, it's really great. And I have a lot of stuff with me now, because I don't know how it is with you guys, but I never know what I want to read. So I now have, let me see, 1700 comics with me, and well, I think that's more than enough. So what software do I use? I actually ended up with Comic Flow, and I really like the way that they work. So it's a really cool software package, and there are a lot more. You just have to try out and see what you like. Now, video-wise, I love to watch movies via VLC player, and that's about it on the iPad. So, well, it's stuffed at the moment. It's 128 gigs and it's almost full. But during the trip, whatever I see or watch, I will actually delete from my iPad. So at that time I have a little bit more room again to do some video editing. And of course we still use the SP drive, so I have 120 gig, or in my case 64 gigs as extra storage. So that's how my travel iPad looks. And for now, the rest of the day I'm gonna relax, well, unless something comes into the mail and I still have to put that in the RV. We bought a DAB Plus radio, and the antenna doesn't work, so we ordered a new one that should be better. And if that comes in today, I still have to get it into the RV, otherwise we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, so we got the new antenna in for the DAB Plus radio, so we're gonna build that in now. Now this is a totally new system. We now have one that's actually on the window, as you can see here, and it doesn't work at all. Well, it does work, but as soon as we drive, the signal is gone. This one is especially for RVs. And the cool thing is it works, and I hope I can pronounce this correctly, via induction. So this part you actually put against the window on the inside, and the antenna you put on the outside, so you don't have to drill any holes, and that's something we don't like to do in RVs. So we're gonna install this one, and let's see if this one works better. But I suppose it will do, because, well, the salesperson said it's especially for RVs and it gives a lot of signal. So let's try that one. Okay, so we removed the old antenna. So the whole dash is open now. So we're gonna work that cable all the way up there. And I already installed that one. So that's gonna be cool. Now, one of the main things is, of course, in an RV you don't want to drill holes, like I just said. And this is a really easy way to work everything behind the plating or behind the dash. So, okay, now I'm going to install the antenna outside. Okay, now one of the problems is always how to get through all these necks and creaks, or whatever you call it. Now, we have some old wiring from power, and it's very stiff, so when you just pull that through, as you can see here, it's coming out. So now we're just gonna tape the antenna on this part, and we're just gonna pull it through. So that's a real easy way if you want to go from one side of the dash to the other and you can't see or your hands won't reach. Okay, so the antenna is now on the outside, and as you can see, it barely is noticeable, and the reception is crystal clear. So, mission succeeded. Ready for our trip to the UK.